Everyone, it's Justine, and I believe this is the last Christmas card of 2016 that I'm going to be creating, so I'm going to create something super fun today. I'm going to be designing for the AAA card challenge today, which is silver, so if you've created anything with silver in it, feel free to link up, and I'll have the link below in the description. So I'm grabbing a piece of 110-pound Nina Solar White cardstock. It measures 11 by 4 1/4 inches. I'm going to be using the holiday bow stamps from the ton. So I am going to be stamping the first layer using Moonrock ink from Altenew. Now, as you can see, these come with 2-layer stamps, and I stamped the first layer already using Moonrock, and I'll show you. I'm just going to stamp this last one here. I double stamped them using my Misty so that they would end up being even darker, and I just wanted them to get a really super crisp image. And I did have to stamp things more than once in the same size, so I thought I would do that first. Now, that's just the very first layer. I'm stamping the very first layer of everything at this point in time, and I apologize that the camera did cut out when I was originally stamping them on the cardstock, but all I did again was place my bows, ink them up, and stamp them once, so you weren't missing anything all that exciting. I'm going to be inking up my sentiment using VersaFine ink in Black Onyx. This is my absolute favorite ink for stamping sentiments because it gives such a clear and amazingly crisp black ink, and it makes a world of difference in your stamping if you pay attention to details like I do. So now I'm putting on the second layer of the stamp. You can see it's stained a little bit blue from previous stamping experiences of mine. And this second layer, I'm not going to stamp in ink, I'm going to stamp it in Versamark. What's super important at this point though is that your first layer is dry. So heat it with a heat gun or leave it overnight to dry so that when you spray the embossing powder on or shake it on there, it doesn't get stuck to the previous layer ink because it's going to ruin everything. So I'm just going to be moving some of these around. So obviously I need to move these because they come in different sizes and I use the same size more than once. So I'm going to have to layer this second stamp here onto my other small one. I'm going to have to layer the big one as well. So now that that's all finished, I'm going to take my card off of the Misty stamping tool here, and I'm just going to grab some scratch paper as well as my silver embossing powder, and I'm going to shake the silver embossing powder on top of these stamps here. It's going to cling to just the second layer that I stamped, and when I heat emboss them, my holiday bows here are going to have an absolutely gorgeous shine to them. For time purposes, I'm just going to speed you up here while the embossing powder melts as I'm melting it with my heat tool because it does take a little bit of a long time. I am using this craft tool, which isn't the greatest for dedicating heat. It's really good for drying things, but for embossing powder, it's not the greatest. I think I'm going to have to switch back to my other one for just the regular embossing. And now you can see that amazing silver shine that I have on the card, which is exactly what I wanted since this is a silver challenge. Lastly, I just wanted to add some bows and some string onto my little holiday bows here to almost make them look like ornaments. This idea was inspired from a card that I saw on the holiday bows post on the ton stamps, so where the product is, there's always examples, and I had seen a card that was similar to this using different sizes and a different placement of these ornament bows, you could say, and so I'm kind of inspired by that creation. So I'm just going in and creating a line to make it look like the bows are hanging, and then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to create sort of a loop with my pen, and I'm just freehanding this. It's really not that hard. I'm not an artist in any shape, way, or form, or shape or form. It's more what I wanted to say, and you know, it's quite easy to just draw a line and then a little loop on each side. So as I'm finishing up here, I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate here in the world, and enjoy a couple of days off work. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Check out the shine on that card. If you're interested in any of the supplies, they are listed below in the video description or on my blog. Thanks for watching.